Hi, friends, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Virgos, Sun and Rising. If you're wondering what the F the planets have in store for you in January 2023, I got you covered. So, the month debuts with two retrogrades. One is Mars, which has been sitting in your house of career and public image, and it's been doing quite a number in there, bringing you stagnation, frustration. You've been dealing with a lot of incompetence. I know that to a Virgo, everybody else who's not a Virgo will seem like an incompetent. Except that in this case, you were most likely right. And you dealt with people with attitude, and you couldn't get your projects off the ground, and you couldn't set your initiatives. I am here to say, hang in there a little longer. It's all going to get better after January, well, after January 19th. Let's face it, because your other ruler, your actually not your other ruler, your ruler, Mercury, um, continues to be retrograde until January 19th. And it's retrograde in the house of romance and entrepreneurship. So I have bad news both on the career front and on the love front. The difference between them is that when it comes to the career, now you're moving into a space where you're actually recovering it, recovering from everything that's been going on. The only thing that you need to keep in mind is that you need to stop self-criticizing. You need to stop being so exigent with yourself. And you need to stop smacking yourself over the head for things that are outside of your control. Yes, I know that everything that is in your control it's going to be perfect, but you need to let go of control, especially where others are concerned, because you cannot correct everybody's mistakes. Correct yours. And of course, try to be an inspiration to others by showing them how it's done. And do so with kindness towards yourself and understanding towards others. They may not work at your exigencies, and that's okay. Oh my God, I can hear Virgos now screaming, no, it's not okay. Yeah. This is just a friendly advice. The kinder you are going to be towards yourself, and you know how Virgos are not self-serving, in service to others, that they neglect themselves. Start neglecting the others and put that focus into yourself, and start by speaking kindly to yourself. And this is also the lesson of Mercury retrograde in Capricorn, because this is going to make you a little extra when it comes to criticizing yourself, when it comes to setting the bar high and setting, I don't know, unreasonable expectations of yourself, because you do know how to set the bar very high for everybody, especially for yourself. This reminds me, like with this placement, I don't know if you guys have seen the anime Naruto Shippuden. And there's that character, Mighty Guy in Rock Lee, like, Lee, even when you're tired, you still must train. I am so proud of you. That's a Virgo. That's a Virgo under this transit. It's like, even if I'm tired, I'm still going to give my best. No, rest. Guys and gals, you need to rest. You need to give yourselves a break. Start with yourselves. In terms of goal setting, yes, you are welcome to raise the bar high, but make it realistic for yourself. Not that you are here now and you want to be here by the end of the year. Why don't you just think about the next 5 steps? That's a rule. Think about your next 5 steps. Yes, it's nice to have a nice image at the end of it, but think about the next 5 steps and stop beating yourself every single time that things don't go your way. It's okay. You will have a plan B and C in place. We all know that. That's why we rely on you for so many things, Virgos. And this is okay. I mean, where you're setting it's okay to set this bar high, and you're going to even have a lot of energy, especially January onwards. You're golden. I mean, just of course be mindful of the other Mercury retrograde transits, but we're gonna go over them through the year. This one is affecting you in your house of creativity and your house of romance. So When it comes to romance, I think I think Virgos will love the concept of love lists because it's creating like a portrait of the ideal person for manifestation purposes. The thing is, try to keep the list as short as possible and as concise as possible. I know you can stick to concise because you're Virgos, but um, again, realistic. Do you match that? Where are you vibrationally? Can you meet this person where you want them to be? Are you reciprocal of that? And also, and this is also, I've noticed this with Virgos more than with other signs, that there is always like a tendency to go back to an ex. And this temptation is going to come. And guys, whether it's good or bad, this I cannot know. I'm not aware of your personal situation. Just be discerning. If you have the impression that you are hearing a lot of the same and there is no change, it's not for you. Don't go back into the story because you're setting yourself up for more of the same suffering. And why be so masochistic about it, you know? In terms of creativity and entrepreneurship, this period is really amazing. It's very inspirational and it's really creative. It's just that when it comes to setting things in motion, it's ideal to wait until after January 19th, then like implement, go crazy as much as you want. Honestly, you guys usually measure the risks quite well. So I think that when it comes to business more than any other areas of life, you tend to set quite realistic expectations. When it comes to inner work and other stuff like that, and where you want to be in life, that's where your goals then your standards like kick in and they might be a bit too high even for your own good, or it's not that they're too high, but it's like it adds unnecessary stress to you. So in terms of health, and you guys have been experiencing a bit of health like with this Saturn in Aquarius transit, especially during the summer when it had like the retrograde, and of course it was related to stress and related to overthinking. Some of you probably even experienced burnouts. The thing is, now it's like the moment of truth when it comes to your health. Stop overdoing things and make sure that you focus on your health without taking away from the joys of life. That you don't turn health and healthy habits into a religion. Don't become overzealous and fanatical about it. And remember to strive for a sense of balance, because this is an unaspected Saturn. It's going to go in whichever direction. Just stay grounded in the present moment, because you tend to project yourself a lot in the future and you tend to worry a lot. Staying in the present moment and focusing on what it is that you can do and what it is that you have accomplished, and feeling okay with what you've done during the day, even if it's not what you had on your to-do list. Learn to be okay with it, and your health is actually going to be fine. But yeah, otherwise, fitness related resolutions are really good. In terms of service, you're going to be one of those people who's coming up with very innovative ideas at work. The only problem with this is that you may experience those kind of bosses who will be very happy to use your impressive brain for their own gains and ascension. So you make sure that you have everything well documented, what's going on, so that nobody else actually appropriates your ideas, because this actually concerns higher ups, not peers. So just have that in mind. So these were the warnings for you guys. I know that it was a lot of me like trying to talk some sense into you, but it's because I know that you have a tendency to overdo things, especially when you mean well. So this is just a bit of tough love. Otherwise, for those of you that are single, and this is a year where you actually have an amazing opportunity to meet your soulmate. It's valid until May, by the way. But in January, it's especially coming in focus, and it would be, of course, somebody new. So if you don't meet this person in January, don't worry about it. But it's as of January, it's the transit starts, and it's continues to be like a period of healing, especially those limiting beliefs you've had around your self-worth and what you can contribute with your career choices and with through your vocation. So the choices that you've made so far and the decisions that you've made. Focus on healing. Therapy is going to be very, very good for you. And self-analysis and reflection, again, really amazing. And last but not least, this is going to end on a jolly note. Travel this year. You have again, like most people actually have it now with these exams coming up, like those of you who are studying or who are doing any kind of development courses, whether it's for your profession, whether it's personal development. These courses, or it's a good time to even sign up for the courses. That's actually you're not supposed to start a lot of new things with the Mercury retrograde, but education, anything related to higher education and professional courses or personal development courses, anything that has to do with contributing to your betterment and to expanding your higher mind, that's okay. You can register, you can sign up, and it's okay. Just read the fine prints carefully, like that you don't end up paying too much, especially like when it's related to payments, you need to be a bit careful. But otherwise, sign up. It's amazing. It's so beneficial for you. And travel. When it comes to traveling, don't book anything until after January 19th. But take a trip this year. You will have unexpected opportunities, or you're going to have some people from your group of friends suggesting, like, hey, let's go somewhere, and or like a ticket, or somebody cancels, and you're offered the possibility in the spot. Go for it. It's going to be so good for you. And if you guys have been meaning to learn a new language, it's actually a very good year for that. It's think about a culture that you feel very drawn to, because it's an emotional choice. If you want to learn a new language, learn a language that is like of a culture that you have a deep admiration and respect for, that you have a certain affinity towards, and maybe if it's even this the culture of the country you are planning to visit, because your retention is going to be amazing for this. So and you're going to assimilate that language very, very fast like this. And if there's nothing here about relocating, at least not with the current chart. But if that happens, don't make any kind of decisions just yet. And yeah, definitely expose yourself to experience new cultures, because it's going to be very good for you. So Virgos, on that happy note, after the doomsday prophecies and smacking you across the head, I'm going to tell you actually what are the good days that you can look forward to. January 14 and January 22nd are really good if you are contemplating major life decisions. You have some amazing flashes of inspiration and extraordinary clarity on January 8th, or really amazing surprises come your way. And for those of you that are siblings, like your siblings are going to give you some good news. And again, on January 30th, you may consider booking that travel, or you're going to find some unexpected offers and deals that you may benefit from. January 7th, it's Mercury conjunct Sun. This is a day for affirmation. It's it can go either way in terms of like how you express your ideas and how you express yourself. I would suggest that if you have any presentations during the retrograde period that you have to deliver, or pitches or whatever is important for work, set them for this day. You're going to be more coherent and more pleasant on this day, and you're going to feel more confident. So it's a date in which you feel confident, except of course if you guys live in a country where this day is a public holiday, in which case, actually I'm gonna check the calendar. It falls on a Saturday, so forget about it. If you're not working on a Saturday, then disregard this. But it's a good day to actually work on any kind of uh, work or studies related presentation. So for that, it's actually really amazing. So, darlings, I wish you an amazing, a very fruitful and successful 2023. I hope this was of use to you, and I look forward to catching up with you in my next one. Bye.